Hello, welcome. Dare I say it? It's sure good to have you. So this is the last trade of the day. This is the last trade of what was a very busy day. I'm realizing now my lighting is terrible. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. I guess I can. Yeah, for the sake of the video quality, I don't know if this is, this is a trade worth getting a good setup for, and I'll take you with me. Take a shot every time I say I found that and ultimately are my two, not vocal tics, but like as someone who has Tourette's genuinely. I'm not like some TikTok kid who has it. Like you'll see in videos, I'll shudder sometimes. Like it's not bad by any means, but oh, there it is again. I'm catching myself doing it more and more, but anyways. Oh yeah, I was saying, fuck. This is like, I'm not even doing this intentionally. I caught myself from saying it there. It's just something that happens, Okay, now that we're set up, and now that I've made you wait, I'm going to move some laundry off of my bed. I'm not going to flip this up because I don't want to and I don't have the time to. Okay, there we go. I don't know, we're all snug now. We're all ready. We're all good to go. Okay, we're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the video. I'm gonna wait until 2:30. James Harden got traded for Darius Garland. There we go. 2:30 crossed. Let's go. The Cleveland Cavaliers have traded Darius Garland to the Indianapolis Clippers. God, I heard I don't know. I saw C in a team name and I immediately went Indianapolis Colts. But no, the Cleveland Cavaliers have traded Darius Garland to the LA Clippers for James Harden. Both teams, I think, swapped seconds. I guess we can look here. No, okay. Only the Cavs give up a second. Well, okay, I mean, doesn't really matter. But this is my first time ever covering a James Harden trade on my channel, and it's an honor. I feel like this is a bit of a rite of passage for any arbiter of slop. God, my eyebrows look so sorry. Got some damn Angry Bird eyebrows. I'm realizing now. I'm putting my glasses back on. I'm maybe self-conscious. But this is my first time ever covering a James Harden trade. This is my first time ever really understanding the cap implications of trades. I mean, I did last year, of course, but I did it again. This is, I guess, the second year. I've really understood cap. Anyways, none of that matters. Let's get into my thoughts on this trade. I am a rambling mess tonight. I don't love this for either team. I think I understand why both teams did it, and at the same time I don't love it for either team, and that's me stalling a little bit while I pull up their stats. Okay, there we go. So James Harden this year has been key to the Clippers' run, to their success. I mean, he's the reason they didn't completely bottom out when they had Kawhi out. I mean, he's playing 35 minutes a game, averaging 25, 8 and 25, 5 and 8 on 42 and 35%. So, not crazy efficient, but not bad at all. And I mean, he has a 31 usage. Okay, that's not as high as I thought. The biggest reason I don't like this trade for the Clippers is Harden has played such a humongous role for them. I mean, the guy's been an absolute workhorse for the Clippers, and say what you will about him, he's pretty available. I mean, last year 79, year before that 72, 58, 66, 65, and then 44, 68, 78, 72, 81, 81, 81, 73, 78, 62, 82, 76. The guy's pretty regularly available. So, I guess just to be more clear and concise with this, I don't like this trade for the Clippers because the Clippers need Harden to do kind of everything for them. I mean, he is kind of the sun they all orbit around. Let's see. Clippers win-loss without James Harden. Yeah, the Clippers have a 2-3 record without James Harden this season, so not great. The Clippers need James Harden for a lot of their guys to function. As much as I like Zubats, he's probably doesn't take the leap, or at the very least, he doesn't continue the production he has now without James Harden. Kawhi is going to have to increase his usage a lot, which, historically hasn't been great. I mean, just the whole team was kind of built with Harden and Kawhi in mind, and now that you're losing a 30 usage guy and replacing him for a 25 usage guy, I mean, how does this affect the team? And I mean, I think the answer to that is probably negatively. So I don't love this trade for the Clippers because Harden's been a workhorse for them. Harden's been incredibly good for them. They rely on Harden for playmaking, scoring, shooting. I mean, they rely on him for 26 and 8 a night. And I just don't think Garland can replicate that. So I don't love it. The reason why Harden wanted out, and, I understand the Clippers a little bit more on this one, is he is extension eligible coming up, and the Clippers just didn't want to extend him. I guess maybe not so much now, but they are trying to keep some cap space open going forward, and, extending Harden would kind of negate that. Although now they have Garland, so whoop-de-doo, I guess. But even though Harden extended this summer and is still under contract for next year, I guess a little bit of background. Harden, especially with Morey, which, that's who he played for most in his career, has extended, kind of every year. If you look back at his contract extensions, he will do, every year, every 2 years, he will do 2 years, 100, I guess, 2 years, 90 million, depending on the time, 2 years, 100, 2 years, 150, 25, blah, blah, blah. But Harden has been just kind of perpetually extended, and so, for the Clippers to say no, that kind of understandably got him upset, wanted to go to a place where they can extend him, whatever. So that's why he left. That's why the Clippers were willing to trade him, and that's why Harden's now on the Cavs. Now, I'm not sure if the Cavaliers extend him. Harden gave up. Oh, yeah, that is Utah State University. Sorry, I saw an ad on Basketball Reference, and I saw a building that looked like one at my school, and I'm like, oh, is that Utah State University? And I looked and saw, yeah, Utah State University. Sponsored by Utah State University. But, God, I gotta stop getting distracted because now I don't know where I am. So yeah, that's why Harden left. That's why the Clippers were willing to trade him as money. I don't know if the Cavs extend him. I think it's kind of up to what Donovan Mitchell wants to do after this year. There's been some rumors and some fear within the organization that Mitchell will not want to re-sign. Mitchell, I think, is expiring next offseason. Donovan Mitchell contract. Okay, so he has a player option, or no. Okay, so he's under contract for next year. Year after that, he has a player option. So the Cavs are afraid that Donovan Mitchell will not re-sign with him. Sorry, weird text. Sorry, that kind of threw me off a little bit. But no, the Cavs are worried Donovan Mitchell's not going to re-sign with them. If Donovan Mitchell gives an indication that he's not going to sign with them, I'd be surprised if they extend Harden. They can extend Harden, I think, this offseason or next year. And so it's not a terribly urgent thing. But, you know, if, I guess maybe the Clippers said, we're not extending you no matter what. But, I mean, if Harden was willing to leave because the Clippers didn't said we're not extending you this year, I wonder how he'll react if the Cavaliers tell him no. Like, is he going to be on 3 teams within 2 years? I guess who's to say? But as for the Cavaliers, I also don't love this trade. As flawed of a player as he is, and as bad as he's been recently, Darius Garland is a decent fit with Donovan Mitchell. Like, defensively, not a great fit. Pretty rough. But offensively, it's been pretty good. Anytime Garland and Mitchell are on the floor, like if we go to Data Baller, and the reason why I think they are a good fit is Garland's one of the best catch and shoot off the dribble type guys. Elite shooter, elite pull-up shooter. You know, all of those are things that just kind of go well with Mitchell. Let's see. So their most used lineup of Mitchell, Hunter, Garland, Mobley, Tyson has an offensive rating of 113 and a defensive rating of 131. So not great. But then their next most used lineup, their kind of normal starting lineup that isn't around anymore, of Garland, Mitchell, Hunter, Mobley, Allen, has an offensive rating of 131 and a defensive rating of 98. Garland, Mitchell, Allen, Merrill, Mobley, 113, 121. And probably their best starting lineup, Garland, Mitchell, Tyson, Mobley, Allen, 137 offensive rating, 92 defensive rating. So it's a little more hit or miss than I thought. But Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are a very flawed duo, but they're offensively a pretty great duo. Donovan Mitchell is somebody who you want the ball in his hands. Darius Garland is somebody who can work with another guard who wants the ball in his hands, and you just can't find many point guards who can do that. I mean, part of the reason I thought the Magic should have traded for him is because he can work with another ball handler. So I just don't love it. You know, the times teams have said, you know, Harden will be our secondary creator. It'll be fine. It just hasn't gone well. Harden is not as good of a catch and shoot player as Darius Garland. Harden is not going to be willing to move off ball. And Donovan is good enough to the point. Donovan is good enough to where you don't really want him doing that. Sorry, I really mushmouthed that sentence. I apologize. So, I don't know. It brings up this interesting kind of predicament. The Cavaliers are worried they're going to lose Mitchell. So do they keep a good guard, but one who's been kind of rough in the playoffs and one who can't stay super healthy? Or do they take a better guard, but a worse fit, 10 years older, and not a great fit with Mitchell? I don't know. I don't love this for either team. I'm sorry, I know this was rambly. It is 2 a.m. I got no sleep the night before. I've been in class all day. I've been trying to make videos all day and read up on trades all day, along with homework. So I'm gassed. I'm exhausted. So I know this is not my best work. You can probably see under my eyes it's hitting me a little bit. But yeah. This Thursday I'll have kind of more cohesive ideas and reasoning behind my feelings on certain trades. We're going to go over each trade, recap it, and then I'll either clip that up into a bigger, better video, or, I'll use what I found from that stream and use what I found from that stream and put it into a different recap video, because I don't really know if I can make a new video off of YouTube Live. I just barely learned I actually can stream live. I thought I had to hit like 500 or 50 subs before I could do that. Apparently I can stream on my laptop, just not on my phone. I don't know why. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but just to recap. Value-wise, I think the Cavaliers win. Just off pure value, Harden is better. Garland is worse. Garland hasn't been super healthy as of late. Harden's just a better player. Even though value-wise the Cavaliers probably won, I don't love his fit next to Mitchell. Having two 30 usage small guards next to each other has historically been pretty flawed. Having James Harden next to another scoring guard has been very flawed. I mean, I love Donovan Mitchell, but he's not nearly as sort of versatile as Kyrie. Donovan Mitchell does require more of a system fit, and I don't know. All I'll say is this. Harden has never worked very well with another lead ball handler. He's never been great as a second option. And every time he's been a second option, he's still been kind of the lead initiator. Brooklyn's kind of a weird setting. But, I mean, in Houston with Chris Paul, he still was a lead initiator. In Philadelphia with Embiid, even though Embiid was better and, probably had a higher usage, Harden was still a lead initiator. And even when the Clippers had their big three, Harden was still the lead initiator, even if he was like a secondary offensive option. He was still a lead initiator and kind of the guy responsible for all playmaking. And I just don't know if the Cavs are going to have him do that, so it's an awkward fit. They're doing it because they want to entice Donovan Mitchell to stay. I don't know Garland and Mitchell's relationship, but I mean, Garland has been injured forever. The East is really weak this year. If they trade for Harden and say, hey, we got you somebody good, guy's going to be around, you can go make a push for the East now, maybe that changes Mitchell's views. Maybe he doesn't request a trade. So they're doing this trade for the sake of trying to keep Donovan Mitchell. As for the Clippers, I don't love this trade because I don't love taking away that much usage. This team was built kind of with Harden in mind, or a lot of the ancillary pieces were built with Harden in mind. Part of the reason guys like John Collins and Ivica Zubac have been so good is because of Harden. And so, you're taking away a 26, 6, and 8 guy for a 16, damn near 1, it feels like, and 5, 6. Like, Garland's going to have better efficiency, but if he takes on a bigger load, I'm not sure he can at least keep that efficiency or be nearly as good. And so, again, to recap, God, this is killing me. I did not expect today to be its very own trade deadline. But just to recap, I don't love the fit with Mitchell. I think Harden is too high of a usage player. I'm just going to put this in very simple terms. And I don't love the fit with Garland on the Clippers because I don't think he's a high-end enough usage player. So, yeah, I'll get more in depth into this on Thursday, but yeah, peace. Love you guys. My stream Thursday is just going to be boring as hell, apparently, because every single important trade has happened 2 days before the deadline, but yeah, I love you guys.